criminals that are bad at being criminals. Let's react to that.
And a Spring Hill man called authorities concerned about the meth that he had just purchased from strangers at a bar.
Yeah, this
Oh my
is real.
God.
He wanted to know if the meth was real or fake. And tonight we got our hands on this bizarre 911 call.
No!
41-year-old Thomas Colucci called.
Hello, sir. So, I would really like you to test this math for me. I think I just got scammed. I was trying to buy math. Like math. No, I don't mean math. I mean M-E-T-H. Math. Yes, I am calling the police about it. Yes, I would like you to test my meth. I don't want to be in danger. There's some weird criminals out here selling fake meth. You need to help me.
I can only imagine just having this conversation. But let's see how it actually went. Please tell me that I was like spot on.
The Hernando County Sheriff's Office Friday night. Authorities say he told deputies he bought meth from a man he met at a
Oh my
bar.
God.
Me and my friend coming over to give it to you. And I heard him laughing in the background.
Colucci told authorities he was a, quote, experienced drug user who, quote, knew what it should feel like.
And when I broke it up, it looked
Oh,
like
I don't know if you should reveal that to the
And when I
police.
think I got my parents called,
Colucci then requests an unmarked squad car from the dispatcher.
I don't want anybody to come in the house because I'm really paranoid these guys are plotting to kill me.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Can you just send an unmarked car so I can show him what he sold me? I really just want to show a police officer what he sold me.
But despite being paranoid on the call, Colucci hopes the strangers don't get in trouble.
I really don't want to get these guys
Oh my
arrested.
God.
I just want to cop to know that if something happens to me,
Authorities said Colucci handed them 2 bags of the drug. Field testing confirmed the presence of methamphetamine.
So it
Colucci was
was
charged
meth.
for possession of the drug and 2 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia.
And the sheriff's office sent us this statement. If you or someone you know have doubts about the authenticity of any illegal narcotics you have on hand or
Please
obtained
call.
from another person, the Hernando County Sheriff's Office is pleased to provide this service
Yes.
free of charge.
Except you'll spend some time in jail, that's for sure. And this is why, kids, we don't do drugs, okay? Okay, say it with me. I will never do drugs. So, yes. This is so bizarre. Like, I mean, I can only assume this person was already under the influence of some sort of drug or alcohol or both or everything at the same time, because there is no way in anybody's reasonable train of thought that you gotta make sure you're not being scammed by this stranger at the bar selling you drugs, so you'll call the police for them to make sure that the drugs are actually 100% what they're supposed to be. Like, in this situation, it doesn't really matter if you're used to consuming anything. Like, that is already a crime, so let's not do drugs, and let's not call the police. I guess call the police about it. Yeah, you know, if you are sus that your drugs are actually real, call the police. Absolutely, you should do that.
When 19-year-old Tyrion Pouncey tried to rob a hot dog vendor, he would receive some ironic justice. During the exchange, Tyrion would point a
Oh my
weapon at
God.
the vendor. Obviously terrified and having little time to react, the vendor was still holding some hot grease. And he dropped this when reaching for the money. This grease went all over the criminal, and during this confusion, he would accidentally discharge the weapon directly at his own hot dog. With an injury like that, the police quickly caught up with him.
Oh, the instant karma. Beautiful. Why would you... First of all, why would you steal overall? Like, come on, guys. But a poor, like, vendor just selling hot dogs, I don't even think that would be the place where you could even get the most money out of, to the point that you do a gunpoint robbery to a hot dog stand. Like, that is just so bizarre. And then the instant karma though was just hit perfectly. You're messing with a hot dog seller that has access to boiling grease. Yeah, he did good. He did good. I liked that. And yeah, I guess some hot dogs will not be 100% well after that, except it wasn't the hot dog seller's hot dogs. So it's always good to have a little bit of instant karma. So hopefully he learned his lesson and he will do better next time. Not in stealing from people, but as being like as a functional human being, he does better.
Dumbest/worst prison escape attempts ever.
Oh,
Kenneth
boy.
Burnham was doing a few years in prison for burglary when he decided he had enough. As another inmate was about to be released on bond awaiting trial, Burnham took advantage of the light security and decided he would take that man's identity. He presented himself when the officers came to collect the lucky inmate, signed all the paperwork, and was just minutes away from freedom. There was just one problem. The inmate set for release, Glenn Taylor, was black, and Burnham was definitely not black. Prison officials quickly discovered the issue and Burnham's sentence was expanded because of his failed attempt to escape.
There's something not quite right here. I'm glad at least Jill was actually able to successfully see that that was not the person that they were supposed to release. I have no idea what kind of details they go into that. Like, when it comes to things like this, I don't know, like, what they really do. But just the fact that he presented as the person that was gonna be released, I find it, like, strange how he thought that the police would never really figure out that he was not supposed to be the other inmate. Also, I guess I don't really compute where the other inmate was. Did he do anything to him? But it is quite funny that he thought he could do it. It's really funny that he actually thought he could make it. I think it's a pretty big obvious difference, but he was almost there, guys. He almost did it. He was close, very close.
Everybody get down! Give me all your money! If you got the boxes! Give me all your money!
Oh my god, they're so chill.
Where's the money? Give me the money! Where's the money? Everybody give me everything! Where's the money?
Is that a fake Gucci bag, by the way? What in the world? Yeah, that guy's like wearing like full, like, branded clothing. What a bizarre robbery, first of all. I just admire these nail techs from being like super chill, being like, bro, what you talking about? Like, yeah. First, also, I don't think he actually had a weapon. I feel like if he actually wanted to threaten them, he would have shown the actual weapon. It just gives me vibes of that Mr. Bean episode. If you know what I'm talking about, you're the MVP. Just saying.
Okay, no cap, this guy is the dumbest criminal I have ever seen in my entire life. This guy is Albert Bailey, and he wanted to make a quick buck.
Hi, Albert.
So he decides to rob a bank in the Chicago area. And he knew he needed to be inside the bank for as little amount of time as possible, because he knew police would arrive at the bank shortly after he did. So in order to make this robbery more efficient, he called the bank. He told them, I'm on the way to the bank right now. Put $100,000 in a bag and have it ready for me when I arrive, or else there will be a bloodbath. And sometime later, this guy got to the bank and asked for his bag of money. And to the robber's surprise, but no one else's, the cops were there waiting to arrest him. Apparently, Albert was really surprised that his plan didn't work out the way he thought it was going to work out. The lieutenant who arrested him even said that him and his coworkers were cracking up about the situation. Even they couldn't believe that a robber could have a brain this useless.
Oh no! Oh my god! I can only imagine like the train, like the train of thought of this criminal. So I'm gonna call the bank. This is gonna work so good because the lady's gotta trust me, because she's gonna know that once I step foot there, I'll shoot her if he called the police. Like, I will. That's what's gonna happen. Bloodbath if you don't do as I say when I get there. Like, he thought genuinely this person will be like mortified because she had been held gunpoint through the phone. Very interesting. Good thing there was no bloodbath. Good thing that there was no actual robbery. Yeah, sometimes I would really love to be in somebody's head to know. You know, like that whole Inside Out meme, you know?
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Like, that's absolutely where my brain's going with this TikTok, guys. I don't know where these people like spawn from, what's going on. It's really curious.
The dumbest criminal known to man. He's MacArthur Wheeler. Apparently lemon juice can be used as invisible ink, right? So he thought rubbing lemon juice all over his face would make him invisible to the CCTV cameras. Yes, you heard that right. He thought he was invisible robbing a place. This guy had 2 brain cells fighting for 3rd place. He also smiled at every single CCTV camera he saw. This guy seriously thought lemon juice was his disguise. When the police turned up to his house too, he looked at the videos and in disbelief said, "But I wore the juice." Yeah, he literally said, "But I wore the juice." That's a quote. These robberies also directly inspired the Dunning-Kruger effect. That's the effect on where people that have little education on the field that they're in think they're the top dog, basically. Somebody with the smallest knowledge thinks they're the expert in something. This entire event transpired in April of 1995, but this is just an insane story to read about. Let me know what you guys think about this bizarre story in the comment section below. And as always, these videos are for informational purposes only.
This is really interesting. So, because lemon juice can be used as invisible ink, you think you can physically transform yourself into Invisible Man? Like, wouldn't there be more people? Like, he was mentioning a whole thing. I've never heard that concept of someone just thinking that they're like top tier, like big brain people, that they just think they're superior to everybody else to the point that no one would have ever thought about turning themselves invisible with lemon juice, because like logically, if you can make invisible ink out of lemon juice, you can make yourself invisible, because like that's just obvious. Like obvious. Yeah, once again, do you ever look at someone and you think, what goes inside their head? I don't know. I also really love the whole 2 brain cells fighting for 3rd place. I have heard it before, and I just think that that's such a wholesome quote. I absolutely love it. But I was not expecting, when I was going to make this video concept of like reacting to criminals that are not good at being criminals, some of these I would never thought that this would be their process, like their train of thought. It's very curious. I feel like a lot of like substance consumption has a lot to do with what we're seeing, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are actually just genius thinking in a whole other level, and that's probably why they're in jail right now. Yeah. And that's all for today's video about criminals that probably chose the wrong profession. So if you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy this one too. As always, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you all on the next video. Bye bye, guys.